right, guys, welcome in. We made it to the 16-day forecast. Hopefully I got audio. Had a little, if I had any. Well, now I do. Thanks there, Carolyn. Anyway, here we are reporting from FEMA Region 7. We're going to jump into the 16-day forecast. We got tons of other news to get into. Tons of radar anomalies. And hopefully the PC will hold up. We're taking a look at this typhoon that was headed right for Japan. We watched the aerosols being deployed, and it's going in the exact location of the aerosols. And it just kind of squared. We'll take a look at this a little bit deeper here in a minute. Just wanted to get this out because this thing is a resource killer. So we got this dock with some pulse and slowed it down and turned it. Now the sucker is headed up towards the Aleutian Island chain. We'll take a look at that also. So we get that thing closed out. I think we'll do the 16-day forecast, and then we'll get into all the news articles, because we got a bunch of crazy news articles that we might have to get into a little deeper here. Now, I want to find a certain link here, if I can find it. Like I said, I had computer issues, so it took me a little while to get this thing going. Where'd it go? There it is. All right, guys, so before we jump into the 16-day forecast, somebody sent this to me, and of course I didn't write the name down, but I want you to look up here around the Aleutian Island chain. I'm going to zoom in on it. But you can see the scalar weapon hit this thing. It just completely freaks the clouds out. Let me zoom in on this a little bit better so everybody can take a good look at this. And then we'll slow it down a little bit. And now I'm going to zoom. You're going to see the frequencies in these clouds. I mean, this is undeniable that they're hitting this with the electromagnetics. So right here, right out of Alaska, look at that. Look at them dark green lines. See if I can zoom in anymore. Oh yeah, we can zoom in on this thing. So there you go, man. There's a frequency blast pulse wave just disintegrated that moisture that was headed down towards California. So this is how they create the high pressure domes that keep the moisture away. Now, Northern California is going to be getting a little bit of rain. Hopefully it'll help with the fires. The volume's down a little bit. All right, yeah, I got a different mic. Let me try plugging the cord in a little better. All right, so I'll probably just have to get a little bit closer to the mic. I have no way to turn this thing up, I don't think. Let me look here. Playback devices. You'd think I shouldn't have to keep messing with these sounds. I don't know why the sounds in the microphones change on their own. Levels. All right, I'll crank it up just a little bit. Hopefully that will help. I don't want it to overmodulate. Oh, volume's fine. Okay, yeah. Some people have low, some people have high. Could be the YouTube. Anyway, so there's a good documentation of that. So let's go ahead and get that closed down. And thanks to whoever sent that to me, because I forgot to write your name down. Let's go ahead and get this other resource killer out of the way here. So here we are looking at the more microwave imagery of this typhoon. You can see this is the cloud top brightness. This is like the temperature of the clouds. And you can see that when it grows, watch this thing, it just superheats right when it gets there. But it's because they were trying to blow it offshore. Watch this thing. Look, there's little squares, and all of a sudden, wham, it gets pulsed, superheats, and then disintegrates. So this is definitely, you can see all the square patterns. I was hoping to have time to go pull up the radars over here, but just didn't have the time tonight. But yeah, that is definitely being steered just like Dorian, but this one was took out. So it went from a category 4 to quick cat 3, superheated it, and now it's headed up towards the Aleutian Island chain. So we'll keep our eyes on this, see what it does up here. So yeah, so it hit right at a category 2, instantly knocked down. Hey, thanks out there, champ. Let's go ahead and look at this on the, I want to use the, yeah, I want to look at there. Here, let me take the track out just so we can see this better. And then try to animate this, because I want to see if we can get a couple different views of this to see how they superheated it to push it off. Yeah, I'm in the green. My stream is showing in the green. We should be good to go. Yeah, everything should be fine here. Well, maybe I lost signal too because everything is froze up. No chat's going, but the program isn't going. We try the mimic, see if it's running. So we have the mimic running. Try going back, see if that helps. Yeah, I've been having a little bit of computer issues here, so let me try the IR. This might work. Let's see if I can animate this one. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of volume lows, but it's looking like it's coming through fine through the broadcaster. I'll try to talk a little bit closer to the mic. I know I need to get one of them covers for the microphone. I just can't seem to find any. All right, well, this isn't going to load for us, or I guess they don't want us to see it. Everything else is running just fine, except for the tropical cyclone page, where I want to be able to show that this thing has been hit with a scalar weapon, and it's not loading. There it goes, finally. Let's take the tracks off so we can see it better. It just like all popped on at once. And of course, it's not going to animate back here where we need it. We need it to come up in here and then watch it get blown apart. Look at that. It's like they cut it, almost a straight line, cut it in half. In fact, they did cut it in half. And then it's traveling the exact same spots the aerosols are being deployed, just like we showed last night. All right, let's just get out of this. Let me document the mimic map. We'll get into the 16-day forecast right after this, and then we'll jump into all the crazy news that's going around. So we can see just the remnants of Dorian up here, and then we got Gabriel out here, which isn't going to amount to nothing. This other Hurricane Juliet, they were predicting that to hit the down in Mexico, and look where it's at. The dust blew it away. Look, it broke off the atmospheric river, and now it's just disintegrating. And you can see that leftover of the pulse I showed you. Look, it's ate the water vapor up. That's why that's arcing. That's from that same signature of the scalar weapon. Look, it's gone all the way down, almost all the way down to the Kamchatka, Russia area. All right, so I got this documented. Go, let's get out of this. Here's the storm. There's leftover. All right, well, that's all good. We don't need that. Let's just jump into the 16-day forecast. Here we are looking at the 16 days worth of moisture. Now, we got another hurricane type event that's going to be coming up, but I don't see it. I mean, we got models showing it going into Florida. The same hurricane that keeps popping up towards the end of the month has been on here, and then it's completely disappeared. Then it's been on here, it's disappeared. And we haven't checked the Sahara dust layer yet. But it's all going to depend on the dust or if they break out the weapons again. Hey, thanks out there, Jody. So right here we can see there's going to be a little bit of rain over here for Northern California, but where the fire zones, the bigger fires, no moisture whatsoever for the next 16 days. A little bit of rain for Oregon, Washington, same target that's been going on for months over Minnesota, Wisconsin, and up into Canada. Florida's still going to be getting a little bit of rain. Texas, just a little bit of rain. No monsoon rains for Arizona, just some light rains. Let's go ahead and jump over to the models. All right, we back this up. All right, we're just going to take this up 6 hours at a time. This is the GFS model. Then we'll take a look at the Canadian model, and then what we do is we factor in the weather warfare as it comes. We'll be looking at the bunker fuel being deployed. We'll be looking at the aerosols being deployed by land, sea, air, water generation, scalar weapons, and then we'll have to update the forecast as the weather warfare comes. So anyway, here let's just run through this 6 hours at a time. So here we are on Monday, a little bit of pop-up storms down there in Texas going right up to Colorado. Nothing too big up there in Wyoming. Mainly just some rain events. We got a lot of wind over here for the fires. That's one thing to look at. You have super dry conditions. They have the wind machine rolling. More heavy rain for Wisconsin, North Dakota. Here on Tuesday, a little pop-up rain bomb down there in Texas. Take this on up into Wednesday. You just track it on up. So that storm is moving pretty quick. Still mega winds over here in the mountains of California for Wednesday, September 11th. We all know this date. But it doesn't look like any kind of major weather stuff for this day, at least for the United States. Well, no, let me take that back. Later in the day on September 11th, it looks like South Dakota is in for a rain bomb. That's looking like some pretty heavy storms right there. And where's it going to go? Same place it's been going. We got snow over here. We're already getting the snow. Wind event over Miami. More rain for the Dakotas, Minnesota, Wisconsin. And we're going into Thursday. So you got another one of these land cyclones going on. So you got wind, big time wind over Wyoming, severe storms there in South Dakota, Michigan, or Minnesota there. And it's going to track the same way it's been tracking. Look at this thing. It's going to turn into a land cyclone. Now the severe weather will be down here around Oklahoma, Texas, central Missouri, going all the way up, through Illinois, Iowa, Wisconsin, same targets, until the winds change up in the upper atmosphere. These same things are going to be going on forever. You got a bunch more rain coming in for Florida, like, probably don't need no more rain, but you're going to get a little bit of rain at the same time. September 14th, going up into the 15th. Look, more rain for Florida, Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina. Still a wind event going on over in California. Here we are on the 15th. Next Sunday, storms for Minnesota, Illinois, and it's going to track the same way right through Wisconsin. Still raining down in Florida. It's like the monsoon rains that should be over in Arizona have shifted over to Florida. They're steering the atmospheric rivers. That's all it is. Look at this on the 16th, Monday, same areas. You got, Minnesota, Wisconsin. Look at that. And then it gets really heavy on Monday the 16th. This is a skinny little big time flooding rain. We're looking at like 10 inches of rain in that one little skinny little area. And it's going to rain for hours and hours. So we're looking at flooding right over the border up into Canada. More wind events. We got a big high pressure, but this thing's going to be coming with some winds. Still raining down in Florida, over the Tennessee Valley, Ohio Valley. Yeah, these patterns just keep like staying the same, man. Here comes another low pressure system down there in Florida. We'll see where that thing heads. We're on September 18th, next Wednesday. You know, will they try to spin this thing up? You know, who knows? It's looking like it's at the same place Dorian was. This is on Wednesday, September 18th. Got a big high pressure. The Bermuda high is out there. Is it going to hold it in? Who knows? We'll have to see what the dust is doing also. A little bit of rain for Washington, Oregon on the 18th. I wanted to back that up. So we got a little bit of a heavy rain there around the Boston area on the 18th. Here we are on the 19th. Look, they're going to try to spin something up. That's going to be a little farther north track than Dorian. Still have a wind event in California. Let's take this on up into the 20th. You know, Bermuda might need to watch out for this one. You know, if somehow it gets past the Sahara dust, then, you know, Bermuda might have to watch out for this thing. A little bit of rain over Colorado. Maybe finally a little bit of rain for Arizona on the 19th. But we got a wind. We got wind coming in from the north. We're going to have to check the temperatures, man. We got a little bit of snow up there. So let's go ahead and, I mean, nothing really here, but a little bit of rain here, nothing major. Going into September 21st, a bunch of little pop-up rain bombs. Look how that thing really grows on the 20th, September 20th. Like the water up here should be cold. And look at that amount of rain. That is just insane right there. That looks like something that would be down in the tropics. Let's take that up. It looks like the target is Nova Scotia. What do they got against Nova Scotia? You know, they just got hit with Dorian. Now they got a second, even bigger wave coming on the 21st. Light rain for the Midwest, 21st. Track this out to see if we see. Look at that. We're going to have a big patch of dry weather here around the 22nd. A little bit of rain for the upper. Look, this is the leftovers of the typhoon that just hit to Japan. That's what's going to bring you a little bit of rain over there in Washington, Oregon on the 23rd. So look at that. You're going to get a little bit of heavy rain. That's actually, you know, what's left of typhoon, whatever it's called. I forgot what it's called. Something AI. You may have to watch for mudslides. Hey, thanks out there, Ricky. And thanks out there. Who is that there? Man, I keep missing. I can't look at all that stuff. Carolyn, thanks. Yeah, I know I got you. It just looked like it was popped up there. All right, let's go up a few more days. So look, Northern California, Oregon, heavy rains for, you know, 24, 30 hours. So hopefully that'll put out the fires. Look, that's going right over the fire zone, that little storm. Or it could pop off more fires with the lightning. You know it's going to be mega full of lightning from all the bunker fuels and the aerosols. So it looks like a big target is Nova Scotia, man. Look at that, man. That's going to be like a bombogenesis or something up there. That's why I'm here. Let me expand this out so we can see that just a little better. Let's look at this. All right, so let's just kind of see why are they targeting that area? Because that's what it is. It's targeted. So here, you got Dorian that just hit. So there goes leftovers of Dorian. And here comes this new thing that looks like a hurricane over land. I mean, that thing is going the wrong way. Look at that. Look at the winds, man. That's going to be mega winds with a pressure of 982. That's pretty insane. That really don't even make sense. Yeah, that is pretty nuts. Look at the low pressure out here. That is weird looking. I don't know what's causing that. All right, so we got that pretty good. Let's just check the Canadian model just real quick. We'll buzz through it. Let me get it back on the right region here. All right, here we go. Let's just kind of buzz through this. If I see something like just crazy, I'll stop it. It's actually running really good. So, wow. Look at all these little pop-up storms. What the heck is that stuff? So the Canadian model is not showing any kind of tropical development at all in the next 240 hours. Okay, one more thing we probably should check would be the temperatures. They keep saying this is the hottest year on the planet. I call BS on that. All right, so let's just kind of buzz through this, see if we got any kind of super cold coming down. Or to me, it's been really mild for the Midwest. I mean, I know over here it was really hot there a few times. The humidity is horrible, but the temperatures, aren't super hot, man. We've had way, way, way hotter years. So I'm not seeing no like super duper cold fronts moving down. 50s. That's pretty good cool front, but not bad. All right, I think we're pretty good. All right, we're good with that. That's the 16-day forecast. Let's just go over a little bit of the tropical stuff here, the cyclones. So we got Storm Gabriel. Maximum wind radius 20 nautical miles. That's really not going to affect anything. It's out here in the middle of the Atlantic. Nothing going there. There's Dorian still going. Still has a radius of 90 miles, 90 nautical miles for the maximum wind. All right, that one's pretty well headed towards Iceland. I mean, there should be no reason for a hurricane to be up this high in latitude. So there's Iceland right there, man. It's going, going right by Greenland. If that thing is still, any kind of a hurricane, that's just not even right. So here's the Typhoon Faxi. And let's take a look at all the models. Look, it's showing it going, it's still showing it with a 999 pressure going right below the Aleutian Islands and then right up towards Alaska. And that's where you guys are going to get your rain later here in a couple weeks. So that rain come all the way from below Hawaii all the way across the ocean, hit Japan as a typhoon, and it's going to come all the way back and hit Washington and Oregon. Pretty crazy. We got a new one here at Kajaki, man. Look at this spaghetti noodle map. They have no idea where the hell this thing's going. This thing's doing U-turns. We'll have to see if they guide this one somewhere. Yeah, this one. Here's the models on that one that's developing. See, they don't know where it's going to go, man. The tracks are just going every which way. Right in here, this looks like the path of Dorian. They got it going right over next to the Bahamas and then up and out. but we'll have to, that's pretty far out there. We've seen what they can do. They can turn nothing into something. Now this is a crazy track for this Invest 96W. They got it going up through. Here's South Korea, North Korea, going up into China, doing a U-turn, then going back, hitting Asia. That's just crazy right there. You know, I don't think these meteorologists and stuff, the computer models sometimes are right on, dead on, but the way the mainstream hypes that crap up, it's just crazy. All right, so here's an article that came out back on August 3rd. Why is there so much oil in the Arctic? Well, the reason why I brought this article up, not to talk about the article, but to basically say that this is why they're heating the Arctic, is to get to the oil deposits. They've been doing it, or wanting to do it, for over 100 years. But this explains, you know, how much oil is up there. It's a lot. I mean, they're thinking it's around 84% of the Earth's oil is up there. So that's why they're heating the Arctic. You know, and then you got this stuff here. Why do ice ages happen? Well, we know it's from the solar cycles. You know, and they talk about the solar cycles. They talk about the, you know, all the different sun cycles and all that, how it goes into the different things. You got the Pleistocene period and all that. But what they say right off the bat is they say it's a little bit mysterious, especially when you throw in human-caused climate change. See, there's so many lies going on about this. So they're saying that in the past 2.6 million years, that the planet has undergone more than 50 ice ages with warmer interglacial periods in between. And when I read this earlier, they were saying that like Iowa or something was under 2 miles of ice. We're going back through another ice age, but they're going to use this global warming to try to push the New World Order agenda. Then we got this. We could be witnessing the death of a tectonic plate, says Earth scientist. Well, we know all the scientists are crazy, but I'm sure there might be a little bit of truth in this thing. So a gaping hole in the dying tectonic plate beneath the ocean along the west coast of the United States may be wreaking havoc on the Earth's surface, but not in a way most people might expect. The gash is so big it may trigger earthquakes off the coast of Northern California and could explain why Central Oregon has volcanoes. The researchers in a new study aren't the first to suggest that the Michigan-sized Juan de Fuca plate has a tear, but a detailed data set that they're first to say with certainty that the tectonics and continental drift. So people have debated whether or not the tear was there. We can pretty confidently say it's real. Anyway, who knows what's going on with this? You know, they can use, if they want to make an earthquake, they have the power to do it. You know, fracking's causing earthquakes. The ground penetrating radar causes earthquakes. All the weather weapons can cause earthquakes. Super low frequency, extra low frequency, all that stuff. Hey, thanks out there, Buffalo. I'm probably not gonna get into this. What if the Arctic melts and we lose the Great White Shield? You know, all this stuff right here is propaganda to push the climate change. You know, they already said all the ice is melted up in the Arctic and Greenland's melting. Where's the sea rise? You know, I've had people contact me about, you know, the water levels in the docks have not changed. It's all a lie. All right, the Earth's magnetic pole has officially moved. The Earth's magnetic pole has drifted so fast that authorities have had to officially redefine the location of the magnetic pole. The extreme wandering of the North Poles caused increasingly concerns over navigation, especially in high altitudes. The Earth's magnetic field has known to wander and flip in the geological past. Earth's magnetic field is a result of spinning molten iron below the surface. They don't know that it's spinning molten iron. They have no clue what's down there. There could be an inner Earth. They don't know. Like if you do astrophotography like me, the North Star is always moving. You have to adjust, pretty much every couple days. It's not as stationary as people think. It wanders around. And when you go to set your telescope up, you got to make adjustments. You can't just set it one time and leave it because the North Star is always moving, whether that's the Earth or whatever. So we got more wildfires. Let me get a couple more links over here that we'll go over. I can't remember what all I had up here, so we just get a couple of things over here. I don't know if I'll go over them all, but all right. So wind fuel Walker fire grows to 38,000 acres in the Plumas National Forest. Well, they got a lot more wind, and they're getting ready to do some, or if not, they've already done the evacuations. Yeah, mandatory evacuation orders remain in place. Residents along the Highway 395 from the Thunder Mountain Road to the Loftman Grade Old Highway 59. Yeah, somebody sent me some crazy pictures. And we'll see a couple of these pictures here. It's pretty crazy looking out there. Look at that. That looks pretty apocalyptic there. Look at that stuff. Wow. Okay. So heads up for people out there. It's not going to get any better.
Good morning. It's Saturday, September 7th.
Stupid mainstream. So we just watched the 16-day forecast. We got tons of winds. The winds are not going to die down. So they officially started the intentional fire season.
We begin.
Oh my God, I got to get out that. Then we have another wildfire burning west of Susanville in Lacine County. So this is Northern California. Not a whole lot of information on this thing. They didn't really say much there. The mind-reading AI may spell into humanity as we know it, but not because it will enslave us. And this is what they want right here. Technologies linking human consciousness to any sort of cloud computing service could not just open the way for totalitarian mind control, but destroy the very essence of human relations. A computer can read the thoughts of many people at once would make normal human life impossible. The Wake of the World or AI conference in Shanghai, which saw Alibaba's chairman, Elon Musk, crashing over the future of AI. This guy, he wants to implant his brain into the AI so he can live forever. He's rich. He thinks he can do anything he wants. They're all madmen. The scientists are madmen, and the rich psychopaths are running the show. Geologists uncover a history of lost continent buried beneath Europe. Really? With all the radar and stuff, you don't think they would have found that already? Then we got 1,500 died in record heat wave in France. You know what, though? They just had a big old snowstorm. I think it was in Sweden. I forgot to load that up. But there we go. All right, guys. So I think I'm going to go ahead and call this short. I need to work on this computer a little bit. So I want to thank everybody out there for joining us. And hopefully tomorrow I'll have this computer fixed a little bit better. And we'll get Billy back on here. We're hoping to get Atlanta Freeland on here pretty soon and talk about that new book. So we'll see. Look at these frequency clouds over Missouri. Look at that stuff. I thought they were roll clouds that come off the ocean. I thought they were gravity wave clouds. No. Anyway, guys, much love. We'll see you tomorrow night, God willing. Be safe. We're going to play a song called Rise. We're going to have to rise up pretty soon. Anyway, here we go. Have a good week. And we'll catch you tomorrow. Let me try to get this thing to go. Surprised we made it through this show. Anyway, guys, good night. Much love. Armor up.